Hello. How much do you know about diet and drugs? Press start to begin. The type of food and drugs we put into our bodies affect growth, development, conception, and even how we behave. It may not look it, but food basically comes in three main ways. The first is protein. Click on a food with high protein. Meat and fish are an excellent source of protein. Peas and beans are too. Now find yourself some carbohydrate. Any starchy food like potatoes or pasta will be high in carbohydrate, and so will any food that's high in sugar. For a well-balanced diet, you need fats too. Which of these foods is high in fat? Butter, nuts, and oil are a good source of fats. So you've got proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, but you also need minerals, vitamins, fiber, and water for good health. But it's not just about eating the right stuff. It's about eating the right stuff in the right quantities. Too much or too little can make a diet unbalanced and even cause disease. How much of everything you need depends on your age, your gender, and your lifestyle. Here we have calcium, an important mineral. We get it from food, and this block here is 100% of the calcium you need in your diet. Suppose you don't eat enough. What do you think would happen in your body? Drag the slider down to 0 to see what happens. Get too little calcium and your bones will become brittle, which means they snap easier. Oh dear. What about iron? Suppose you didn't get enough iron. What would happen then? How do you think you would feel? Drag the slider down to find out. A lack of iron in your system leads to a lack of red blood cells and can cause anemia. Amongst other things, anemia makes you feel really, really weak and very, very tired. What about when you eat too much fatty food, like deep-fried Mars bars and greasy chips? You know what to do. Increase the grease. Yes, too much fat and not enough exercise makes you fat and can lead to obesity. Now protein. How important do you think protein is when you're growing? Drag the slider down to see what happens if you don't get enough. If you don't get enough protein when your body needs to grow, you just won't grow, leaving you with the smallest muscles in the school. So the kind of food you eat, and how much of it, really matters for good health. Let's just cover one last thing about food. Drag the slider down to find out what happens when you don't get enough. If you don't eat enough food, you will begin to lose weight, and you won't get all the nutrients you need. So you won't feel good, and you definitely won't look good. So don't forget to eat.